look at the size of our spot here.
We went for each other like a bullet from a gun. Faster than the sheriff's drawing, hotter than the sun. Didn't see it coming lately, I've been on the run. You know you've seen my face before, so let me tell you something. Darling, you fell in love with the famous.
Thanks to the support of our partners, 4x4 Extras Wangara, JB Caravans, TC Boxes, and Petters Suspension and Brakes. Bit of a wild night, don't you reckon?
Yeah, all I could hear the waves. It's actually quite soothing though.
Yeah.
But I must admit, there was a little part of me that was worried about the tide getting a bit high. But we've woken up this morning and it's like so far out. You'll be fine.
It was not a problem at all. But the wind, oh my word, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I had a look at one point, it was like 45 kilometre an hour winds sort of hitting the van side on. And it was quite soothing trying to sleep actually, but it was a pretty wild night. But it was actually nice to have a cool night. But probably wasn't the sort of beach day that we were expecting. But
and look, Mark asked me before we went to bed, can you open the window a bit so we can have a bit of a breeze? It got a bit stuffy. And I tell you what, it was like, I don't know.
Someone to put like a
gale force winds in our van all of a sudden as I opened the window. I'm like, oh my God. So we ended up just having it ajar for the ventilation gap. That's it. That's all we could manage.
But a good find. This is a really nice spot.
We weren't hot.
We were not
after all
hot.
the hot weather.
No.
So it was
as we said yesterday, there are a few other options. If you do decide to camp here and it's full for whatever reason, there are other campsites nearby that you can get in, which are $10. This is obviously free, but firstly, best dressed.
And also as well, we're obviously in fire season, so we couldn't have a fire, but you know, when we arrived, there was a fire pit already there as well, which is cool.
Yep.
So if you're coming down with mates or something, because there's two spots side by side, great spot.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
So quiet, honestly. Great spot. And we even went for a walk yesterday. We couldn't swim though because of the waves and obviously a bit cold.
Yeah.
But it was quite choppy here, wasn't it, as well? So you just got to watch that. Yeah, great spot.
Good spot. So now we're very excited. We're going to jump in the car. We've got about a 2.5-ish hour drive to the Flinders Ranges. So yeah, can't wait to share that one with you. We've never been. We've heard good things. Looks beautiful.
So excited.
So yeah, we've got 3 nights there. So yeah, let's get to that.
Cold coffee, my old boots are by the door. Nobody's calling, but I don't mind it anymore. 'Cause I've had enough of the rat race, the city life, the social grace. Burnt out on comfort and so tired of keeping score. Gonna find somewhere to slow it down.
Yeah, one thing guys I've been really impressed with is how my transmission temperatures have been kept in check. We're currently in the Flinders Ranges, lots of up and down, hilly climbs. We've got the caravan on the back and my transmission has not moved beyond 92 degrees, which is really, really good. So it's been a big improvement since I've had this installed on the car. If any of you are considering a transmission cooler, our friends at Wholesale Automatic Transmissions have offered 5% discount for you on their range. So I'll drop a link in the description if that's something that's of interest for you. This is one of the largest pastoral runs of the Flinders Ranges. For many years, the formal postal system stopped here, and in 1862, 23,000 letters were received here. Thick stone walls, small windows and verandas protected the occupants from the heat. Roofs were generally split timber, shingles or corrugated iron. One of the main buildings was occupied by John Phillips, who used one room as a surgery because there was no doctor. So other buildings here include an overseer's house, huts for married or single station hands. There was also a men's kitchen and a dining room. As times went on and hard times fell on the station, married couples were no longer employed and the overseer's house became a bachelor's hall. This would have been the main homestead. You realise how low the roofs would have been in those days. I mean, I'm about 6 foot and my head is almost touching the roof here. I'm sure there's some stories from here over the years. Just up the road we have the Wilson station. Behind me is the station master's residence here. We have a well, which obviously would have been their source of water. I could imagine drought and water would have been a big issue back then. It can get very hot during summer in the Flinders. They must have been a bit taller. Check out the height of the door entries here. I reckon that's a good 7 foot at least, compared to the 6 foot we just walked in before. I guess trying to compensate for the heat they would have had in summer. Would have got really warm here. But those high ceilings, they would have helped. Really cool history. How's that, guys?
Good. Yeah.
Nice cooler.
Nice. Yeah. Refreshing. I must say, quite impressed with the office there. They have some food stuff. They also have wine and stuff like that as well. And really good facilities here. The shower and toilets look like they've been renovated as well recently. So quite impressed so far.
Yep. And you can buy firewood for $25 as well if you want to use their fire pits. So looks good. But yeah, we enjoyed the swim. Didn't do any filming because there was other people in there, but we all got a nice dip. Warm day today in the Flinders. Not a bad spot, hey, Kate?
Yeah.
Look at those ranges in the background. And look at the size of our spot here. It's absolutely huge. I'm still going. Yeah, it's quite big. So this is Rawnsley Station in the Flinders Ranges, and there's a whole range of different campsites here. We are currently on a powered site at the moment. We weren't meant to be, but we actually couldn't find them when we arrived, so we pulled into a bay and it ended up being a powered one, so that's all good. We can run all the accessories and not have to worry about power. Yeah, beautiful weather today, sort of mid to high 20s, perfect weather for having a dip. We obviously explored some of the surrounds en route to camp here, which is really nice. And you know, we weren't doing it in 40-degree weather, which you can get here in the Flinders. Tomorrow we definitely have a few places we want to explore, so tomorrow's going to be a sort of a sightseeing day. Can't wait to share those places with you. Well, this looks nice, guys. Mum's done well. Look at that. Chicken schnitzy, broccolini. We've got broccolini, Brussels sprouts with parmesan, chips. Yummy.
They are really good though.
Tonight's game.
I have too many.
Okay, today is a day of exploration in the Flinders Ranges, and we've got a few awesome destinations earmarked to have a look at. First off is Stokes Hill Lookout, and check out the view behind us. Quite a steep hill to get up here. Amazing, it's so high up. So this lookout gives fantastic views. North to Patawata Hill, south to the Chase, east over the bunkers, and west to Woolbinga Pound.
Very pretty. That's where we've come from?
Yes, we have.
Over there somewhere.
Yeah, around there. We've got a fair bit to cover today, so we won't stay here too long. Actually, a fun drive coming up. There is no way you get a van up here. It's way too steep, so just bear that in mind. If you do want to come down, leave your van somewhere, definitely worth it.
For each other like a bullet from a gun, faster than the sheriff's drawing, hotter than the sun. Didn't see it coming lately, I've been on the run. You know you've seen my face before, so let me tell you something. Darling, you fell in love with the famous man.
Okay, so we just arrived at the Bunaroo Gorge. Nice little drive down here. I think it was about a good, would you say, hour or so? Yep, and some sort of tight little tracks, and it's quite fun. Beautiful views the whole way. Now, there is a trail you can do which is 8 kilometres. You need to allow about 5 hours to do it. So we're not going to do that today. That's
is that 5 hours with kids or 5 hours for adults? Not sure, but we can't do it today.
Not sure. But look, we're going to do part of it just to get a sense of the walk. But yeah, there's some beautiful sights en route down to the gorge.
And also as well, I don't know how many campgrounds we passed, but there was heaps.
Yes.
We don't know if they're, tenting, rooftop tents, that sort of thing, but beautiful, literally in the middle of the bush.
Yeah.
So worth checking out, guys, if that's your thing as well. So let's get started.
Well, that was good fun. A little bit tired now. We're back in the aircon. We did about an hour of walking, but we do have some other locations we're keen to have a look at this afternoon. One thing I thought I'd just touch on as well is whenever we do walk trails, we have a PLB device. This is by Rescue Me. It's actually Kate's mum and dad, Pat and Phil, that got us this before the trip. So thank you to you guys. But we carry this with us now on our travels, and whenever we do a walk trail, we'll clip that onto the side of my jeans or in the pocket or whatever. It's really small, fits in the palm of your hand, and look, if anything bad was to happen, touch wood, we could signal for emergency help. All right, on to the next location. It's been a noticeable improvement with the pedal suspension on these corrugations. So much smoother, really soaks up the bumps. This is the Outback Highway. It's the original route into the town of Blimmin, which we were just at. And we've got about a 30-kilometre drive on this sort of unsealed road to the Prairie Hotel, which we're really excited about. We're all very hungry. And it's the pub that's renowned for its roadkill menu. So we're going to try some interesting foods when we get there. But it is a bit bumpy. Have to concentrate, yeah.
drive that we did was the Outback Highway, and it was pretty crazy. Like there was one point where we were actually literally driving through Gorges. Like I can't even explain to you how pretty it was.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It was nuts, wasn't it?
Absolutely
And
beautiful.
like I don't even know how high they were. Like higher than buildings as well. Like, you know, raw cliff faces, pretty cool.
Stunning. Yeah, no, I've never driven through anything like that before, so that was absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely make sure you do it if you're coming through.
But let your tyres down and do it in a full drive.
Yeah, definitely recommend it with a full drive. It was very, very bumpy.
There's a couple of people in like average Joe Blogs cars. I think that would take them about 3 hours to do that track.
Easy.
Yeah.
How's the kangaroo, Max? Real good. You liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, we shared the kangaroo and also a burger, but Max was really digging the kangaroo schnitzel, so yeah, go to the Prairie Hotel. How's your meal, ladies?
Yeah, so we shared a burger and the chicken, so far less adventurous, but beautiful, and the service was amazing, wasn't it? It was beautiful in there. It's not at all what we expected, was it?
No, we're in like the back
Highly recommend.
restaurant area, and there's all beautiful artwork on the wall, some for sale as well. I think if you're visiting the Flinders Ranges, it's definitely worth a visit to the Prairie Hotel. What a day that's been. We squeezed in quite a lot. I'm just at a place called Rawnsley Bluff, which is just up the road from the station we're staying at. And you've got this opportunity to soak in the sunset. It's been quite the day. So we've seen a lot, explored the surrounds of the Flinders Ranges, and all I can say is wow, just incredible. So much to see. You could easily take a week or 2 weeks to really explore it all, but we tried to get as much as we could in today. And yeah, really got a taste of how beautiful it is here in South Australia. But yeah, we've got another day to enjoy the surrounds, but just going to take some time now to soak in the sunset. Just doing a bit of the washing. This is our Wanderer clothesline. They're actually really, really good because they're made out of lightweight alloy and they come in a bag. We've just done one big load of washing. It's a 3 kilo washing machine here in the JB Caravan, but it's really good. We can do undies and socks and all the essentials that you need, which is great. And then we can just hang them out. A couple of friends have come to check on our laundry. Hello. And we're living now in our caravan and our vehicle, and that's it. And we'll see where it takes us. Our first radio interview.
We can tick that off our list.
I know, it's something a bit different. So thank you to 6PR Perth for having us on their show. We really appreciate it. It's great to chat to Bruce, the host.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, wasn't it? And beforehand.
Yeah, a little bit daunting because we haven't done something like this before, but it is also really cool to share our journey with everybody. And there's certainly things here as well that we would like to share that we didn't get the chance to talk about, like some of our favourite sites that we've been to in WA and Perth for people that are based in Perth, but also places that we've seen so far as well.
Yeah. But the process, so we were sitting here ready for the interview, and we had my phone and we had a pair of headphones hooked in. Kate had one ear, I had the other ear.
Yeah.
And then they called through and said, that doesn't work, so we need 2 phones. So I was taking kind of the questions on my phone and Kate was on her phone. And there was like a 2-second delay, so we can kind of hear each other. So
Echo, yeah.
hopefully it came through okay, but it was a little bit distracting. But yeah, we might see if there's a workaround for the next interview. Apparently we're going back on in the next week, so for a part 2.
Super cool though, and yeah, really honoured really to even be asked.
It's really cool. So today has been a very quiet day here in the Flinders. We've just been chilling in the van. I've been doing some editing. The kids have been relaxing. it's actually pretty nice because yesterday was like full on. Like we had an early start and we just crammed a whole lot of stuff in.
We were
full
literally
driving
out all day,
yeah,
weren't we?
Yeah. And we saw a lot. It was amazing, like such a good day. But we all kind of walked in the door and went, oh, you know, like so tired.
Yeah.
But it was really worthwhile. So yeah, we're just gonna relax for the rest of today, and then tomorrow we're heading to the next destination.
You guys always see us, you know, smiley and happy, but it is, you know, in the background there is a lot of work that goes into, you know, all of these videos, all the trips, you know, the constant filming as well. So it is nice to have that downtime in between, you know, where we do those couple of night stays, just to have some time to chill out as well.
Yeah, and we like to do a lot of off-grid camps as well, but they're even more work because, you know, you're kind of monitoring water and everything else, and you don't have access to 240 power. And although we've got plenty of solar, we do have to monitor those kind of things, and if we're using cameras and charging stuff all the time, so it's just more work going to off-grid camps, but we love them. Yeah. So, you know, we probably will have a few, you know, caravan stays every now and then that we're just going to throw into the mix as an opportunity to kind of just bit of downtime.
Also to do washing, up. You know, all the practical stuff, the practical side of camping. But yeah,
life admin sort of stuff. So and on to the next destination in South Australia. It, you know, keeps impressing, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there's like every time we go somewhere and it's like, wow, this place is beautiful, we can't top this. And something else comes along. You know, it's been awesome, really awesome.
It's pretty cool. All right. We'll see. What do we do now? Dinner?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't thought about dinner. So.
No.
Cool. All right. Just check out tonight's sky. The bird noises are insane. And the galahs making a fair bit of noise. It'll be sad to leave the Flinders, actually. I think we'll do it again and spend a bit more time in the future. Before we set off for our next destination, we'll take you through a quick review of the facilities here at Rawnsley's Park station here. Enjoyed a nice 3-day stay. For those interested, that's our site, 11A, a very big site, which is why we picked it. Now there are a few communal areas. Just behind us there is the camp kitchen.
It's a fireplace as well. And they sell firewood.
So there you go, some cooktops, area you can do your washing up. In terms of fires as well, most of the sites here have a fire pit. You can buy firewood for $25 from the reception. It's open for a couple of hours a day. You can go down there and grab a bag. So that's good as well. Obviously fire restrictions for South Australia apply, so you can only have a fire when you're allowed to do so, but
Check with the reception first, that's what we did. We could have had one if we wanted to. Behind us is the shower and toilet block, and they look like they've been recently renovated as well, and they were really, really clean and well kept as well. We're pretty impressed.
We were busy exploring the ranges of the car and forward driving yesterday, but there are a number of walking trails that you can do as well around the station if that's of interest to you. Kate's just pointing to Parachilna, which is where we went to the Roadkill Roadhouse.
And this is where we are.
And we're here. To get to the pub from camp here is about 123 kilometres, so it is a reasonable drive, which is why it's better if you can sort of tie that into a scenic day doing the sights around the ranges. Entering the pool area here, as you can see, is quite nice.
There is also a laundry here. We didn't get to use that, so I don't actually know where it is, but it does say that there is one. And also as well, you don't have to camp here. There are cabins and other places that you can stay. So camping is from $32 a night. Children are extra. So with powered being $46 per night with children extra. So just bear that in mind, guys, if you do have children. You're looking at an extra $8 per child per night.
But yeah, definitely having the G'day Parks membership will save you a few bucks. It's worth doing. I think it's $50 for 2 years, is that right?
Something like that, and we've already got our money back, so that's worth it.
You do save quite a bit.
And also as well, I mean, with us doing a big lap, we're going to rack up the points pretty quick. So you get so many stays to move up in terms of the tier of membership, and then you get more freebies basically. So it's worth it, guys. There is some Telstra reception here. I think we were hovering sort of around a couple of bars, but still, there's some reception if you don't have the luxury of Starlink or internet.
But beautiful stay. I would definitely recommend coming here. as a base if you're looking to explore the area. But as we said when we're doing the four-wheel driving, many campgrounds around the Flinders, like heaps. So
they're all like off-grid ones.
Yeah.
And guys, there's heaps to see as well. I mean, the amount of points of interest that we passed, and we just couldn't stop at them, you know, all. We just didn't have time. But I mean, there's ruins and like all sorts of things everywhere, and obviously the natural beauty as well. So it's definitely worth doing, guys.
This looks familiar, Kate.
Please don't get me in.
Air fryer time. I tell you, there's been I'll go quicker. I tell you, there's where are we going now? The Prairie. Is it Prairie?
Prairie Hotel.
Prairie.
Struggled to hold the camera gear. I don't think your mic's on, Matt. There's only one mic.
As the sun sets behind in the Flinders Ranges, as the sun. All right, good morning, guys. As we usually do, a bit of a review of the facilities here at, I can't remember the name.
Ronsley Park.
Okay, can we, guys, I didn't get any of that, my mic was off, sorry.
See my